It's time for the Shaman Deep Dive. Shamans draw their power from the spirit realm, ancestors, old forces, and ghosts of the past. They listen to that power rather than command it, and this update shifts their abilities to match the spiritual theme. We also wanted to focus on their role as enhancers and debilitators. They make everyone around them better at their job and break down opponents to limit their danger, all while keeping their party topped off with health. Our heals, Pact of Renewal. Form a Pact of Renewal with your target, restoring health every few seconds. This is your main healing tool. It works best when cast ahead of the damage rather than after it. The line dropped its old Spore Steam and receives upgrades at more regular intervals. I do wonder what is going to happen with aggro. Something there, you put Pact of Renewal on the tank, they run in, they aggro something, they attack, and now let's say your tick of health goes off right away, something like that. How they would manage aggro for something like that, like if you would get insta aggro, like someone pulling with a bow or something. We'll just have to see. Rite of Mending. Perform a Rite of Mending on your group, restoring health every few seconds. This is a party-wide version of Pact of Renewal on a long cooldown. Save it for a fight you expect to go badly. Pretty self-explanatory there. Communion of Regeneration. Regenerate your group, increasing their health regeneration. Pretty much just party-wide region. Nice, very, very nice. And it's obtained through research. So now we have to do research for these spells. Some of them. Spirit Mending, mend your target, restoring health. This is your standard heal with a short cast time and now has an additional rank at higher levels. So after the damage, you'd want to cast something like this on your target. Damage. Shamans aren't known for their DPS, but they can bring real damage to longer fights. They have 2 dot lines with different durations, plus a single direct damage line. Using their resistance debuffs, see below, they can make all of these land harder. Furthermore, their dots now stack with those from other shamans, making multiple shamans more viable in groups. We have Ghostly Blight. Engulf your target in Ghostly Blight, dealing magic damage plus additional damage every few seconds. This is your main dot line rebuilt from the old poison line. We are losing poisons. Malady. Infect your target with a malady, dealing disease damage every few seconds. This line was retained, gaining 2 new ranks. Spirit Bane. Rend the spirit of your target, dealing magic damage. This is your only DD line, rebuilt from the old frost spells. Debuffs. Debuffs are as critical to the shaman's role as healing. There are 3 lines. 1 slows an enemy's attack, 1 drains its physical stats, and 1 strips its resistances. Omen of Lethargy. Afflict your target with lethargy, decreasing their attack speed. This is your signature slow. Pretty self-explanatory. Omen of Enfeeblement. Enfeeble your target, decreasing their strength, dexterity, and agility. This is a great companion spell to Omen of Lethargy. Are slow. So, yeah. Omen of Susceptibility. Make your target more susceptible to harm, decreasing their disease, holy, and magic resistance. This line opens up a target for everything to follow. Your own spirit and disease magic included. 1 further change is that it now weakens holy resistance where it used to weaken poison. So that is very, very nice for the party and very nice for you as a shaman. Buffs and utility. No other class buffs physical power the way Shaman does. Between the Berserker lines, haste, and resistance wards, Shamans simply make the group hit harder and take hits better. Tribal Spirit. Make your group go berserk, increasing their strength, stamina, dexterity, and agility. This spell requires a ritual talisman. This is a group version of Berserker Spirit. It's obtained through spell research. Once again, we're going to have to do some research on some spells rather than a merchant, and each cast consumes a ritual talisman reagent, meaning that we're going to have multiple of these in our inventory. If they stack, make sure that you're all stocked up on them, because that's going to be very, very important. Ancestral Wisdom. Invoke Ancestral Wisdom, increasing your wisdom and health regeneration and granting you the ability to see invisible entities and magical effects when considering targets. This is a self buff. Ancestor's Eye. Bestow your target ancestral sight, granting them the ability to see invisible entities and magical effects when considering targets. This provides both see invisibility and sense magic in a single buff. So again, sense magic and invisibility, a big aspect of our class. Aspect of the bear, shapeshift into a bear, increasing your wisdom and health regeneration, and granting you the ability to see invisible entities and magical effects when considering targets. This provides the same stats and benefits as ancestral wisdom, but with added bonus of looking like a bear. It will be rewarded from a shaman quest during early access. Consume an offering of your own flesh, restoring mana at the cost of health. Trading health for mana is a defining trait of this class. The spell line remains a valuable source of mana regen. However, after seeing how powerful it was, we've added a 45-second cooldown in order to balance it a little. Curing ritual. Cure your group, removing one disease effect from each member. That is powerful. Ritual of escape. Cross your group over into the spirit realm, clearing all threat from aggressive targets and preventing new aggression, rendering them unseen by both the living and undead, granting them the ability to see invisible entities and restoring health and mana every few seconds. This allows your party to slip away from an encounter to recover. It has a longer cooldown, but can save the day when things go wrong. Dude, I love this spell, man. I absolutely love that spell. Very, very powerful. In review, retain spell lines. We're keeping regeneration, berserker spirit, disease, magic, holy protection, haste. We're keeping cure disease, poison, dispel magic, enduring breath, gate, polar alignment north, purge, shrink, soulbind, speed of the predator, speed of the wild, speed of the pack, summon food, and summon drink. Invisibility and invisibility versus undead, blind, lurching impairment, root. Removed spell lines: cure blindness, electric protection and poison protection, flame burst, invisibility versus beasts, spirit wolf, and summon companion, spiritual armor. They're all going away. Research and quest spells. As you may have noticed in some of the spell footnotes, not everything will be available on a spell merchant. Communion of regeneration and the higher tribal spirit tiers come from spell research. The aspect of the bear line arrives as a shaman quest during early access. Keep this in mind when testing out the update. And as always, thank you for reading and your participation in our ongoing beta. We look forward to hearing your feedback after you try it out. So one of the things I got to say is I'm a huge fan of the changes, and I'm going to be looking forward to getting on my shaman in the beta. Now, it's a long story, but I do not have the original Kazrax, my shaman that I got up to around level 30 or so. So I will be playing a wood elf in the beta and testing out some of these things as we go. I am super excited to do that. I'm super excited to create my character in the game in early access. October just cannot come quick enough. I want to say thank you to all the team, Monsters and Memories, Niche Worlds, Cult. You guys have done an amazing job with this class. I think that you hit the nail right on the head with everything that I'm reading here. And I'm very, very happy as a shaman player. And I'm sure you made other shamans out there very happy as well. Thank you guys so much. With that being said, now we have to kind of shift gears a little bit. If you want to, go ahead and just click off this video. That's basically everything. That's it for the major changes with the shaman in Monsters and Memories. I'm only going to do one of these. I don't typically do these, but this one I really wanted to do it just because I was so excited for it. I was so psyched for it. So I had everything kind of planned and stuff in advance for Wednesday, and then I got, for Tuesday. I kind of had everything planned for Tuesday, and so, yeah, to be able to do it tonight is a blessing after work. Got to say that. We'll have some new EQL content coming out. I'm going to be pushing out some more content tomorrow, and I do have some other recorded stuff that I have yet to release and edit. So we'll be working on that as well. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.